Hey guys, be sure to check out the Mortar Pod, our weekly video podcast, and also check out the tutorial video for my board game, Travelers of Storia. Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing another Khans of Tarkir Swiss draft. Got a Bloodstained Mire. It's worth some tickets, and leaves us open, I guess, to, well, really just fixes for like Mardu, right? Is there any other black-red combo in this format? I don't think so. Right? This is my trouble. Still have some problems with the shards occasionally. Let me make sure Bloodstained Mire is still worth something. Yeah, it's still worth like 4 tickets, and it pretty much leaves us open to, well, anything. It's basically just picking up a pack of cons plus a ticket. Ride Down is a very strong card. I like it a lot. Kieran is very playable. I like the Grizzly, the Arrow Storm, Wind Scout. Plenty of good cards in here that if I was on the Pro Tour, I would pick over a Bloodstained Mire. But we're not on the Pro Tour, so I'm just going to take the Mire. All right, so now choices. You know, I'm a big Ruthless Ripper fan. This is a fantastic card. Surprise Death Touch is great. Making your opponent lose life when it flips up is great. Nobody really expects this Surprise Death Touch either. I feel like in a lot of combat situations, I'm always like, geez, I hope that's not a Ruthless Ripper when they're blocking with a morph, because a lot of times that Death Touch means the world. Water Whirl's a very strong card too. Hateblade and Horde Chief are 2 cards I like quite a bit. Skull Hunter and War Shrieker are also very good. I could just take the War Shrieker, but I don't know. To be perfectly honest, Ripper's kind of got my attention a little bit more. Mostly because it's uncommon, and like I said, Death Touch is just ridiculously good in this format. I love it. Swiftwater Cliffs for some fixing is an option, I guess. I'm going to take the Ripper. I like that card. Too much to pass. Okay. So now there's Ponyback Brigade for Mardu. There's a Bloodsucker for like Abzan maybe, something like that. Tuskguard Captain is a good card. Bastard Kieran, Blossoming Sands. I guess I'm kind of feeling the Ponyback Brigade. It's early enough to get some value tokens and then maybe pick up like a Rush of Battle or a Trumpet Blast. So those are a couple pretty easy cards to pick up and make the token strategy much more effective. I'm a big Ponyback Brigade fan anyway. Just a great card. And I think I find it more interesting than the Blossoming Sands, I think. I'm going to go Brigade. I like it. Good card. Okay, so now it's Raider Spoils, which is another card that works well with the tokens. Burn Away, which is a very good card. No doubt. I think I'm going to take the Raider Spoils. Typically, if I go Mardu, I like to do the black-white. And the black-white has a lot of cheap warriors that are going to work well. So I like doing the black-white splash red. Burn Away is still absolutely worthy of being splashed, but I just like the Raider Spoils. This card's so sweet. I love Raider Spoils. I think I actually like it more than the Trumpet Blast and Rush of Battle, just because you get to keep the bonus, and all of your guys get it anyway. And then there's added bonus on top of that. Just a great card. Very fun. All right, I can take a Warshrieker now, but I actually think we're going to take a second Ponyback Brigade. Let's just get all the tokens online. Windscarred Crag would actually be very good too, but I haven't gotten to make just a nasty little tokens deck yet. I've tried it a couple times and kind of failed, so if we can get solidified into something early, that would make me really happy. So getting a couple Brigades and a Raider Spoils is going to be really nice, I think. I'd like the Horde Chief, I'd like the War Shrieker, but I think Brigade is going to benefit us the most if we want to make a token strategy work. Maybe we need to get our curve up to snuff here. So we'll go 4 drop and 3 drops. Okay, what is up now? Rough Rider, awesome card. I think we're going to take it over the Bloodfire Expert and the Scavenger, both of which I like, but Mardu Rough Rider is an insanely strong card, so I like it. extremely efficient. It's a warrior, turns off blockers. Everything about this card is positive for Mardu. Swift Kick is playable, and I presume the most playable for us. I mean, Savage Punch is probably the best card in here. I guess Become Immense and Awaken the Bear, also very good. So very good green cards in here. Snowhorn Rider is a very good Temur card. I'm going to take the Swift Kick, not because it's very good, but it is playable, so in case I need it. And at this point, I think I'd like to make Mardu work. We've got a nice little beginning sort of Mardu plan that I like quite a bit. Okay, I think it's a pretty easy scavenger here. There's a good argument for Rite of the Serpent, but flying is very good, and I tend to pass scavengers too late. I mean, I guess the argument for Rite of the Serpent is okay because we just don't have any removal yet, besides the Swift Kick. But I think I'd still rather have the Scavenger. It's also a warrior, so it works well with the Raider spoils, and I presume any sort of other warrior benefit stuff we get. It's just a good card. Sultai Scavenger is good, and I tend to underpick it. All right, easy Trumpet Blast. I think it's right on point with our Ponyback Brigades. I'd like to see some Horde Chiefs. We'll see if we can make that work, but I mean, I think we've passed a couple Horde Chiefs already. I could have picked a Horde Chief over the Ripper, I think. So that may have been a mistake, but that's all right. No big deal. Hopefully we see some more. I wouldn't even mind another Ponyback Brigade or two with the Trumpet Blast and the Raider spoils. We've got some nice token synergies going on right now. I suppose I should probably move that to 3-drop as well. So, yeah, I like this so far. This is looking nice. I think it's an easy Bondkin. It's a warrior, it morphs. It's pretty playable. Summit Prowler's fine. I'm not a huge fan of the card, especially if we're going to be splashing red, but I don't think I'm going to be playing any of these other cards, so let's take the Prowler, cut red. Shambling Attendance is totally playable. I'll take it. Even if we're not super delvy, both of these cards are going to be playable in here, I'm pretty sure. Alright, I guess we hate the Dreadmaw, which can be good against us since we're looking a little bit beat down. Alright, I like the pack 1. Looks good. We're on a good plan. We're on a token plan. We have a couple good token generators, a couple good token pump effects. Just need some like Horde Chiefs, maybe some more Ponyback Brigades, stuff like that. Uh-oh. I think we got to go with the value again. Thankfully, the only thing, well, I guess we're actually passing some good cards. We're passing War Shrieker and Windscarred Crag, but I'm pretty sure Dig Through Time is still worth value. Dig Through Time is still worth 6 tickets, so I'm going to take that over the Fixing that I would like and the War Shrieker that I would like, but I'm not terribly upset about it because I like getting tickets. Okay, so Trumpet Blast number 2. It's also a Harrier, which is a warrior. I think we want the Seeker. It's a warrior. It's in the base colors I want to be. It's a fantastic card. People don't want to block it. People don't want to attack into it. Difficult card to play against. I mean, a second Trumpet Blast would be okay, but I feel like we could easily table one or see one later. Whereas Seeker of the Way, not always that easy to pick up. Okay, so options here. We've got Highspire Mantis, Horde Ambusher, Killshot is a card, Einak Bondkin is a card. I mean, I'm a big Mantis fan. I think Mantis is... The evasion on that is great. It's very efficiently costed. I'm not sure we're the right kind of beatdown for Horde Ambusher. I would certainly like it, but I think I'm more attracted to the Mantis or the Bondkin. I think Mantis gets I think the fact that it flies. Flying is great in this format. And even if it's not a warrior, it's just a very efficiently costed card. I like it. I feel like we can clean up games with flyers or tokens. The trample on it is certainly relevant. It's pretty good with Swift Kick. It's not bad. If we have to play the Swift Kick. I'd also prefer to not play the Summit Prowler. I think I mentioned that. But we'll see. Guess we're pretty short on white picks right now. I almost need to organize by color just to make sure that I'm going to sort by color real quick. Just to make sure that we're sort of, yeah, we're pretty short on white picks right now. So maybe we have to focus on the black-red, but I would prefer not to. Yeah, I guess we take the Bloodfire Expert here. These two Just Sky cards are so great, but I don't really want to sacrifice my black or attempt to get fixing to make that work when I don't even have the fixing to make the Mardu work yet. So yeah, let's take the Bloodfire Expert. Just because otherwise I guess I take a War Behemoth, which I can do. I do want... Alright, I changed my mind. War Behemoth's a worse card, but I think I would prefer to have it over the Witness of the Ages and the other thing, just because I'd like to focus on black-white, like I mentioned. So I can take the Student, or I can take the War Shrieker. I guess the Bloodfire Expert's better with Barrage of Boulders, but let's take the War Shrieker here, because I think we actually have enough. I like the Student a lot because it's a 2-drop, but I think we actually have enough Morph guys, even though it kind of moved. Oh yeah, I moved my Morph guys around, but I think I have enough Morph guys to really get some nice value out of this War Shrieker, so let's take it. Wow, Rough Rider number 2 or Ponyback Brigade number 3. Jeez, I think Rough Rider is actually a better card. Despite us having a nice token strategy, it's really hard to argue the merits of a 5-drop 5/4 that turns off blockers. This guy is a complete game flipper. I mean, Ponyback Brigade is so good too, but I'm gonna go Rough Rider. He's also a warrior. It's just this card is insane. I've never had 2 before. Here I think we can take the Sage Eye Warrior. It morphs. It also is a warrior. It's a little bit better than. It's probably a lot better than Blazebringer. I finally did. I mean, if you watched, I played the Blazebringer. It's fine. You're never really thrilled about it. Let's cut the Summit Prowler. I think that's just out. Oh, I do want to make red our splash color. So if red's our splash color, let's really try and focus in on the black and white that we've got and minimize red's impact in here, which shouldn't be too hard because we've got mostly morph stuff for it. Yeah, it seems difficult to play. Could take the Lamassu, otherwise Swift Kick number 2, which I don't really want. I guess we'll take the Lamassu just in case, but I kind of feel like it's doubtful we'll need it. All right, War Shrieker wheeling is nice. Easily take that. I think. All right. Probably don't want the Swift Kick. We don't have any removal right now, which is a bit of a problem, but I don't know. Swift Kick's just not that good. Dutiful Return is a card, but I'm not sure I want it. I'd almost rather hate Weapon Master or take a banner for some fixing. Guess I'll take the banner. There's a chance. If I'm really short on fixing, I can play a banner. I'm not going to be happy about the banner because we have quite a few morph guys, and banner sort of, you know, is in competition for the 3-drop slot, ramping to 5. But going from Mardu banner turn 3 to a turn 4 Rough Rider is indeed powerful. Definitely powerful. So I really think we can focus in on removal in the last pack because we've got a really nice creature count right now. Oh, Tabling Rite of the Serpent makes me happy. Happily pick that up and play it. Very good. All right, so I think I know what I'm doing at this point. At this point, we're same plan as before. We're focusing on the. Oh, that's weird. We're focusing on the. Let's, I guess, take the Weave Fate. Focusing on the black and white, splashing the red is the game plan. So I'm down. I like it. Seems good. Could use some warrior enablers, but yet to play the Heart Piercer bow. But it is a playable card probably, right? If your opponent's got enough reasons to do it. So far, not too bad. I think we get a little removal and fixing in this last pack, and we are golden. As far as pump effects, the Trumpet Blast and the Raider Spoils, the double Ponyback, double Rough Rider is definitely insane. Geez, more value? How much is Wooded worth? It's another like 4 tickets. Yeah, I think we're taking that. Otherwise, Hate Blade, Rush of Battle. Actually, Suspension Field would be a slam dunk pick, but I'm going to take $4 instead because at that point, this draft is just free. Between Dig Through Time, Bloodstained, and Wooded Foothills, this draft is free regardless of my performance. So I definitely like those opportunities. All right, Chief of the Scale seems good since it's on color Lord. And Boost Solar Warriors, yeah. And then last time we tabled Rite of the Serpent. See if we can't do that again. Death Frenzy is pretty good against us, but I'm not going to hate it here. I'd rather have the Chief for all of our warriors. All right. That seems good. So far, I can pretty easily get away with probably 4 to 5 red sources. More likely 5. But I can probably, between the Mire and Banner, maybe I can get away with 3 mountains in here. Not be too upset. So Valley Dasher is going to be more difficult to play. I think we actually want the Smite here because we need removal. We have a good creature count. I like the Krumar, but let's take the Smite. I definitely want to get some removal in here, and Smite the Monstrous is a pretty tasty one. So let's take that. So now we're at least rocking a Smite and a Rite of the Serpent, so we have some decent removal. This doesn't, I'm not really feeling the Lamassu, so I'd like to cut it. But by that same token, it's nice that we have the banner to sort of get into it if we need to. All right, wow. Ponyback Brigade number 3. That is simply fantastic. Very much like that. Very good. Got some great Trumpet Blast, Raider Spoils interactions in this deck. Currently at 22 cards. A lot of warriors. Very good amount of warriors. Full count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 warrior count. Pretty nice. All right. Options now. Take up arms. No, I think we got to take the fixing here. Okay. We've got enough playables, or we're going to end up with enough. So I could take the Student, which would just be another nice 2-drop, but or even Swarm of Bloodflies would be pretty insane with triple Ponyback Brigade. Yeah, Swarm of Bloodflies would be great, but I'm going to take the Crag because we just have one piece of fixing right now. And if I could drop this banner, it would make me happy, but currently I think we sort of need it. So any sort of red fixers are just a huge perk for our deck. Nothing really good for us here. I think we'll just hate a Barrage of Boulders, which isn't a good card, but it would be a good sideboard against us since we just have so many X1s. So I guess I'll hate that. Can also sideboard into it, I guess, if I need... Oh, Swarm of Bloodflies here. Yeah, that's a easy Bloodflies. It's just phenomenally powerful in this deck, and I'm very happy to pick it up. This, think about it. If you drop this on a board, stalled board state, and there's just a ton of tokens out, that makes for some difficult decisions for your opponent. I'll say that. All right, so this is 23 cards. So my first cut, I think, is going to be the Lamassu, just because I don't really want a 7-drop. And then if I can find maybe 1 or 2 pieces more of fixing, I'll cut the banner. But for now, I kind of feel like I need it. All right, Throttle is actually great for our deck. It's more removal that we're a little bit short on. I do like the Act of Treason as well, but I'd rather have the Throttle. Just straight up targeted removal to me seems very good. So let's cut the Lamassu. Whoa. Oh, there's an attendance in here too. Yeah, I'd still rather play the attendance over the Lamassu, I think, because you're usually not paying 8 mana for it. And I feel like we probably have enough stuff that's going to die where that's good. But yeah, let's take the throttle pretty happily. Dragon Grip is in fact a card, but do I want it? Or Secret for that matter. I guess Secret's actually pretty good since we have an attendance and a scavenger. Making your opponent discard is pretty nice. And actually, Warshrieker into a Secret is kind of sexy. Get a Hill Giant, you discard 2. I fill my yard for Delve. Seems pretty good. I like it. Maybe we can... Oh, we got another one. Actually, here we're going to take the Erase, which is an actual good sideboard card, and I've used it for positive effect before, so let's sideboard that little bad boy. Guess we can take another War Behemoth. Not likely to play it, I don't think, but then again, I could cut a... Oh, geez. We don't need the Lurkers. I'm going to hate the Grizzly, which is just a good card. Tracker, sure, not playing it, likely. Alright, so I think we are doing Banner, which I don't really want to do, but kind of feel like I might have to. But we'll figure it out. I'm still pretty happy with the deck, though. Like I said, it's pretty unusual to get a couple Rough Riders since they're uncommon, and they're a very powerful Mardu card. I feel like we're staying reasonably busy. We're not as beat down as I like. We're a little bit slowish, but we've got some really nice late game plan. Maybe we don't main deck the Secret. I think we do have to play the Banner. We don't have to play the Banner. I think we just want to play the Banner because it still builds us towards hard casting Ponyback Brigades, which is very good. It ramps us to Rough Riders, which is very good, and Throttle, I guess, kind of. Ramping to the removal usually means you're pretty behind, but I think the one issue this deck has is it's just not as beat down as your normal, your basic, your basic Mardu deck, but it's still looking pretty good to me. This guy's also 3-drop. Let's just take a look at all of our morph guys. That's going to make these War Shriekers much more powerful. Are these all of our morph dudes? Is that right? Jeez. Well, maybe I would like to make the Secret work, but I don't know what to cut for it. Could cut like either the Harrier, but actually I don't want to cut the Harrier because it works too well with the Raider Spoils. That's a card every turn. It's too good to pass up. So maybe the War Behemoth, despite the fact that I like a 3/6 body quite a bit. I think at this point we're just minimizing warriors in this deck, really maximizing on that Raider Spoils value. So having 2 flying warriors is very, very nice. And I definitely like the Swarm of Bloodflies in here. I think I'm going to make the Rakshasa Secret main deck. I mean, I could theoretically cut that, but I actually like what it does for our attendance and scavenger. I feel like that really helps us. And I do feel like I'm going to regret not playing the Banner, because if I play the Banner and the Windscarred Crag and the Bloodstained Mire, I'm going to do 2 mountains, and I'm going to have 5 sources of red, and then it doesn't even hurt my black-white base that much. So, all right, I think I've got my game plan at this point. Let's cut the War Behemoth, I think, like I said, just because everything else seems like something I want. It's a good-looking deck. It is a good-looking deck. We sacrificed some... We didn't really sacrifice too much fixing. I think I could have gotten 2 more if I had not picked like 10 to 11 tickets worth of cards, but I'd rather just keep fueling these drafts and have experiences with decks that are still pretty good after those picks. So, yeah, and like the Wooded Foothills. So, yeah, this was just a really high value draft, which I recommend if you're doing Swiss. I think it's a great idea because you get the guaranteed 3 matches anyway, and now any packs I make are pretty much just pure profit, which is really nice. So even if I lose out, if I go 0-3, I still do good this draft, which is pretty rare that you get that sort of opportunity. So we're primarily black. we're running, so it's like primarily black splash, white, and red. But I still think I want to splash less red than white. So I think we're just doing 2 mountains, which means we can up both of these. Let me see what that count does. This does, let's see here, 6, 7 sources of white, 10 sources of black, and 5 sources of red. Oh, I guess, yeah. Maybe we just want 9 sources of black, 8 sources of white, 5 sources of red. Or I guess I could even do, I guess theoretically I could do 7 sources white, 6 sources red, 9 sources black. I like that. That seems pretty good. I guess we do sort of need white early for the Seeker and the Chief of the Scale, though. But is 7 enough to reasonably get that? Probably. I mean, theoretically, I could also just do 8 sources black, 8 sources white. Certainly need both colors early. I do need double black a couple times, but not too much for this since it morphs. Pretty much just for the right of the serpent, so I think I'm feeling cutting one more swamp, going down to 8 sources of black. Right? Am I missing, or am I at 8 sources now? Did I screw that up? 6, 7, 8. No, it's 9 including, I see. It's 9 including the banner. So I could go down, get one more white source. I don't know. It's debatable. It's debatable. We have a lot of morph. I mean, we do have more black than white. And besides our early plays, pretty close to cutting one more swamp. And going down to 8 sources, including the banner, just so I can more consistently hit my 2 drops. I don't think I am. I'm going to leave it at 9. I kind of like our mana base like this. So I like the deck. I think it's pretty good. I think this has a lot of high upsides. So we'll see how it plays. I'll see you round 1.